Hello, I'm Barbara Marx Hubbard, and I am your storyteller of the evolutionary journey that we're all on and we're all starring in it. An evolutionary journey is the story of what's evolving in you, in us, in the world, on the planet, and even in the universe beyond. This is the greatest story ever not yet told. So we're going day by day, but I want to tell you what happened to me to make me even want to tell this story with you. And it started out with this deep yearning for life purpose and what I was here on earth to do. And gradually, I discovered maybe 2 or 3 major things. While I was attracted to higher beings, while I fell in love with Jesus, I had all kinds of inspiration. I gradually realized that the source of inspiration was in me. I began to realize that those high moments that had awakened me were actually in me when I put my attention on them. And I began to do a new kind of meditation every morning early, is to just place attention on what it is that is inspiring me that's coming from inside me. And as I put that attention there, I began to discover it's a vibrational field. It comes through the heart. And the more attention I put on what I called my essential self, the more it became conscious in me. And then I noticed my local self. I have a local self like everybody does who is a self-critic. So this local self came in and said, "You're not doing enough. You're behind. It will never work." Have you ever heard that voice? And here I am, this internal essential self, so glorious, so beautiful, and you're not good enough, it'll never work. So I decided to create an inner sanctuary. And in that inner sanctuary, I placed full attention on the glory of that inner self, and I wouldn't let the local selves in for a while. And finally, I'd let one in, and I was like its mother. I said, "I know you're hurting. I know you're mean. I know you're critical." And I tried to heal my own separated selves. And gradually, that process began to work, and I was able to say and to teach, I am my own essential self. Then the second thing that happened is I felt that more was coming. And I was talking to my friend Nassim Haramein, the physicist who is a great mystic. And he said that he was directly aware of extraterrestrial life. So I thought, well, why am I not directly aware with extraterrestrial life? I decided to ask. So in my meditation one morning about 8 or 9 years ago, I said, "Give me contact," thinking it might be higher beings. And what I got was a vibrational field that came in and basically said, "I am your potential self. Keep your attention on me. I'm coded with your evolution. To know the script, just put your attention on it." And I realized I was getting in touch with my future self that was carrying me forward from being my own essence into a potentiality that was radically new. I saw that I am consciousness creating, like everybody is. We are a source of creation, creating. I realized that when the high technologies of this world are miniaturized, like they are right now in our computer or our telephone, we would have powers to resonate throughout the universe. We would find ourselves to be universal. And I got a series of instructions as to how to become my full potential self. And I call them the 52 codes of metamorphosis, of the conscious evolution of humanity. And I studied them and I worked with people for years on these codes. Each code is a guidance from one's own universal greater self as to how to incarnate that self to become a whole being. Over the years, I began to notice something really new happening to me. I was doing that. I was becoming not only my own essence, but my own future self was coming in. And that's when I began to see, oh, I think we're becoming new humans, not just me, but anybody who is working on that type of practice. And then I thought to call it Homo Universalis. How about saying that all of us who are evolving out of a crisis that's giving birth to something new, how about realizing that something new is you and me that is being given born to? And I began to really consider what that would mean. And so recently, I felt a deep calling to issue an invitation for anybody on this earth who feels something new, something greater, something more powerful is arising in you to join in a year-long process, 52 weeks for 52 codes of becoming your own full potential self as a participant in the planetary awakening of a universal species. Because we can restore the earth, we can free ourselves from deficiencies, we can explore the cosmos beyond the planet. And we are the most fortunate generation in the history of the world to be born at the exact time of the crisis of a birth. So I'm inviting everybody, please look at our website and join us and give your gift to the shift of the planetary species that I think all that's needed is for us to join together. There are enough people on this earth right now, if you do a planetary scan, who are already awakening to newness, more love, more creativity, more power, more capacity through our high technologies to actually be a new species. And this is the first time, you know, when we were from Neanderthal to Homo sapiens, there was nobody there to notice that something radically new had happened. We are here, shifting from Homo sapiens sapiens, expanding into a new humanity. Homo sapiens sapiens, our species, giving birth to ourselves as more, as loving, as new. And I am thrilled at the thought of joining Genius with people who feel they're an emerging humanity, innovating and creating and joining our creativity to work together for a world that works for all, as Buckminster Fuller told us years ago. I look forward to seeing you all on the 52 codes, awakening the species in you. Thank you.